Hi everybody, this is Bonnie from Bonnie's Creative Place, and I am coming to you today with this really cute little ornament box. Or you could use this for, you could put a pint-sized jar in here and use it for, sending little goodies to people. But I have another box that I'm going to show you on another video on how to make one so the pint-sized jar fits in here much better. So this is like an ornament box or coasters if you didn't put the center in the inside. If you didn't put the center in, you could do, the box could be used for a lot of things. So I'm going to show you how I made these boxes. The little tags that I have on top of this came from the Tag Buffet project kit that I did live the other day. That is where the tags came from. So I would just add this tag. I would put just a little bit of tape on the top of the lid right here, and I would sign the back of the card, and I would give this away. So this is the cute little box that I've made, and I've used the paper from the Curvy Creation kit that you can get here. You have to wait till November 4th, so just a few more days, about another week, and you can order all this. And on these two boxes, I have used this designer series paper. And you get a lot of designs, and if you're trying to go Christmassy and make these boxes, this would be a perfect add-on to get to your, for your thing. And you can order this bundle on November 3rd. So I'm going to set this aside over here, and I am going to start creating. If you see anything that you would like to purchase today, you can go to bonniescreativeplace.stampinup.net. This is my host code. It's TPD7MGQJ, and you can use this hostess code. Also, in the right-hand corner, right over here down in the bottom, there's a little pink square. If you will click on that pink square, you will subscribe to all my videos. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, and if I get to 2,000 subscribers, I am going to do a little giveaway, a video with a little giveaway. So please subscribe, share, share, share. So I'm going to set this off to the side over here, and I'm going to be using Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to be using this paper, and this paper came out of the Flower for Everything season. And I really liked all these little like pine needles and stuff, so I'm going to be using that designer series paper. So the first thing we have to have is we have to have a 10.5 by 10.5 piece of cardstock. I like to use cardstock. I think it's a little more stiffer. You can use designer series paper, all of it. If you're going to put something light in there, go ahead and do it. But if you plan on putting anything heavy in here, I like to use the designer series paper. Another reason why I like to use it is I like to have this so that they can keep the box and re-gift it maybe next year or whatever they want to use the box for again. And if it's really thin, then it might get crushed. So this way I think it's a little easier and it won't get crushed. So that's what I just do. I'm going to tell you the measurements as I score. So for the first one, you have to score at 3.5. And remember, your score one is the light colored one. Don't use the dark color one. Learn from my mistakes. I have done that. Oops, and I forgot to open up my arm. So we need the little arm opened here. And then we're going to go to 7. So 3.5 and 7. Now I know my numbers are different, or maybe going the different way because I'm left-handed. But if you're right-handed, then, I just am left-handed, so this is how I use my score tool. And then we're going to turn it, and we're going to do it again on the other side. 3.5 and 7. Or you could use the Simply Score tool. It's up to you. I have that also, but for this next one, the next two that we have to score, we have to do smaller numbers. So I just wanted to use this and we'll get it done. So for the insert that goes inside the box, did I even show you guys one? there's a little insert inside the box with a little circle out of it that you'd set your bulb in, or whatever little jar or whatever you're going to put in there, candle, then you want to have an insert in there. If you don't need an insert, then you don't need to do this part. But for the insert, you have to start at 1 1/4. And we're going to go 1 1/4 all the way around. And I'm going to set this up here so I don't get it mixed up with the other one. I'm going to set it out of the way. Now we're going to bring in the lid. Now the lid has to be a little bit bigger to fit over top of the square. So for this case, we have to go to 3/16. Oh, I had it right the first time. 3/16, which is 1 tick from the quarter mark. It's 1 tick back. So you want to do it at the 1 3/16 is what it needs to be. Okay, now that's the lid. I'm going to set that over here. Now we need to bring in the designer series paper that I'm going to use for my box. So I need, I want 6 or 5 pieces of 3 by 3. So I'm going to cut this at 3. Oops, I'm using the score. I'm going to cut it at 3. And then I'm going to cut these at 3 again. Okay. And then I'm going to cut another one at 3. And I'm not going to use this piece because we don't need it. And I'm going to cut this one at 3. And I'm not going to use this piece because it's extra. So there we have our 5 pieces. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring in our Simply Emboss and Cut machine. And we're going to put platform 1 down, platform 2, and platform 5. And then we'll need platform 3. We're going to take our box that our insert, we're going to put that down on the center. I am using the, they have scalp and circle, what do they call them? The circle filament layering circles. And I'm going to be using the 3, I want to use the 3 by 3 side for my ornaments. You can use the next size up if you have a little bit bigger ornament. That's like 3 1/4. And then, or you could go if you have a smaller one, which this one is a 2 3/4. So other than that, I mean, you could go a little smaller, but I don't know how big K-cups are. If you could, I don't think you could get 4 of them in this box, but I'm just making sure it's kind of centered. That looks probably good. I'm going to put my top on here and run it through. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and we are going to score on all the score lines here. That's not quite short. Okay. And now we're going to cut in on the score line, on the So that's my insert. And we're going to put this one right together. So let's get that one together. I'm going to take some score and I'm going to put score tape all the way around. Now I made that one a little long. That's okay. We'll just tuck it in. The extra stuff I'll show you. So this is our little insert. So we're just going to set that off to the side. And now we're going to go ahead and do the top. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this right down in the center as best as you can get it. So there we go. And now we can score on all our score lines. Okay, and there's our lid. So now we'll set our lid out of the way. So now we're going to come in, and for this one, I like to do all my scoring first. And I'm just doing press score. You can do, you can go ahead and use your bone folder, but I think sometimes it's better if you don't all the time do that. Now while I got this here, I'm going to put on all 4 of these corners my designer series paper. I just did the scoring first so I could see the score lines a little bit better. You don't have to. You can put these on and then score, but I kind of, sometimes it's hard to see your own score lines, so. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut up to form our box. So we're going to start right here with this score line, and we're going to cut up like this, and then we're just going to come back in and take a little bit more off. So just like that. We're going to do the same thing here. And cut up. And I like to do every other one because it gives your box a little bit more stableness. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put adhesive, the snail or score tape. I like to put one at the top and one at the bottom. Said it was crooked. I must have cut it crooked and didn't realize it. Now I got all these things attached to my stuff. Make sure you cut your little edges really straight. I'll put this one in. And I'm just kind of tacking them a little bit so that way then I go and I give them a good push down with my hand. You can use your bone folder, whatever you want. But there you go. Now this is good. I didn't center them very good neither. Oh, well, center your paper a lot better than I did because I surely didn't center it very good. And then this fits in there snug. It does, but you want that. So whatever you're putting inside there doesn't wobble all over. And so you want it in there pretty snug. And you could flatten the paper out if you have to a little bit after it gets in there. And that's sometimes what I do. I put my hand down in there and make it so it goes against the wall better. And then this is our lid. And that is the box. I would go grab a tag. And for this one, because I have some green in it. Ooh, look at this. I have this little greenery that kind of matches it. I might put that one on there. So this is a really fun, simple box, very simple box that you guys can put together quickly, sit in front of a movie and do it, and you'll have it done in no time. So I hope you will hit the little pink square over there and subscribe to my channel, and I will be back with another video on how to make a little bit bigger box for this for a little bit bigger stuff. All right, so bye-bye everybody.